Hey guys, this is the Draft Attack podcast. Welcome back to another episode.
Yeah, welcome back. As you can see, we have a new intro song and we have a new icon and background imagery. All thanks to
Your boy Velocity.
Hey,
Who are
damn
you?
spider.
we had a right before we got on here, we had a little spider incident.
And we still have that incident and it got away. And I don't see it. Right
you might
Hey.
want to go catch that thing.
Hey, we've had.
I'm
rats in
looking
the school
for it. It went under.
cafeteria.
All right.
I'm looking for the thing. Of course, whenever it's in sight and then you go to get something to catch it, and then lo and behold, it moves. And you have no idea where it went.
So, like I said, thanks to Velocity, we have new channel icon, background art, and a theme song, or like an intro song, excuse me, to kind of set the mood for the podcast here.
Yeah.
So in today's episode, as you can tell by the title, we're going to be talking about Clash. And if you looked in the description, you would have saw also the Lucas Oil 200 ARCA Race from Daytona.
Race.
Yeah, the ARCA Race from Daytona.
Jinx.
Okay there, buddy. Anyways, I think I didn't watch the ARCA
And
Race.
yes, a spider.
I didn't watch the ARCA Race, so me giving input on that is like of no use.
Okay,
So-
Tom, you're more of an ARCA connoisseur, so I'm gonna ask you to start off on this.
Yeah, go ahead, Spider-Man.
All right. Well, shut up. Well.
It's
For the
behind
ARCA
you.
Race. Oh, shut up. You actually made me look behind me. Thanks.
Paranoid Top is the best.
So, Natalie Decker started pole position.
Woo!
Pretty calm, I'd say, for the first, probably 2/3 of the race. Had a couple engine failures, which resulted in some minor wrecks. I'd say relatively minor. But then, needless to say, cautions breed cautions. And then we had 3 times where they took the white flag.
Yep.
And that was insane. Of course, the 32, I forget who was driving that car, but wound up on his side. Then we had a 1-lap shootout where they did not make it to the checkered flag on the green, so they had to do it again. And then in it all, oh crap, what was his name? I don't remember the name of the guy who won the race.
Michael Self.
Michael
Yeah,
Self,
Michael
that's
Self.
who it is. Michael Self won the race. I'm sure everyone's curious about where Decker finished. And Natalie
Fifth
Decker
or
finished
fourth?
5th. Natalie Decker
Fifth.
finished
He
5th.
got up in a bunch
And it
of
was
crashes,
actually the
though.
30, or no, what was it, the 23 that? Oh yeah, it was the 23 that was
23 that
upside down.
flipped over. Yep.
23 that flipped over. The 32 was Gus Dean, who actually got underneath the 23. That's right.
That was crazy. I've never
Nah.
seen a car slide like that and just stop on its side.
It slid on its side that whole way down. You'd think that it would
I've
like
never
catch
seen that.
something and
Yeah,
start
you think
rolling
it
or do
flip over.
something. That was incredible.
I've never seen that before.
I'm gonna go watch it like after this, like watch the replays and stuff.
That ticking sound might be on my end. I'm still looking for that stupid sucker.
When I run the cart, he's talking about an engine on a go-kart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's asking mechanical questions. Anyways, let Mark
Great.
handle that. So this was a great way to start off the podcast. I did forget to mention that. It's a great way. You know, we have our greatest, intro to it, and then
Yep.
a spider.
Yeah.
I mean, this season
Spider, which is still on the loose here somewhere.
I guess for Halloween, like I guess we just changed the like channel icon to have a spider over it too, or something. You know, just like creep
a
top
spider on top of top. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, on my shut up.
I've got just the picture for that.
Oh my god.
So
It's not like I have a phobia of spiders, but you know how it is.
okay, how big of a spider is it? Like as big as your hand, we're talking, because we've had that in our house before. We had two
Oh
of them.
my God! Well, not maybe I'd say about as big as maybe my thumb or something. And
that ain't.
but it's black.
Oh, racist. Anyways,
Yeah.
no, like in our house,
Still
it wasn't
waiting for
like
I might just give up here in a second.
okay. It wasn't like as big as my hand. I'd say my brother's because his hand is smaller, and at the time it was about the same size. So yeah, and then he saw another one that was a little bit smaller than that one, like
Needless to
last
say,
year.
I don't think I'm coming down to North Carolina anytime soon in that case.
Well, no, my dad was over the house one time, and he thought he had his hand up, and he said it looked like 10 fingers with a shadow, and there was a spider bigger than his hand. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going under my house.
Well, looks like I'll just have to wait for him to show up again. I'll try and forget about it, but Jesus Christ.
You are not going to forget about that. I hate to tell you. Anyways, besides arachnophobia, let's continue.
No, I'm not.
He's going to forget about it when playing Doki Doki, and then he's going to go to bed and it's going to be on his face or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to bite my face or something.
As long as it ain't deadly, and that's what I hate about spiders. You can have 6 of them that look the same, and one of them's deadly. You know, like, you're not going to know.
Yeah, well, we don't have any deadly ones here. It probably isn't all that bad, but, well, you know how it is. It's a freaking spider.
Anyways, all right, so, the Clash. Okay, here's the
Clash.
The weird thing I found about it, I found out how they did the qualifying order, or the starting order, you know. Yeah, random draw. I find it ironic that even in the random draw and the actual 500 qualifying, the two different things, one guy is consistent on where he started both races. And that would be Denny Hamlin. This man, he's second place. He was second place in both.
Hasn't won a championship either.
I mean, I'm just like for what I'm seeing is like the man is second in the Clash, second in the 500s, like for starting wise. Like, what's the race gonna translate to?
NASCAR knows that we're onto them about the whole Toyota thing, so they're backing it down a little bit.
I mean, I'd have to say,
but only
like,
one position.
Oh yeah. The one position we will give up gladly is first. That's it. And hello, best SSJ.
So
yes, Mark, me and you are on the same page.
Should we talk about the yellow line incident?
Yes.
I think yes, that is like some of the bigger topics. I would say
That's
another
probably
one is
the most important part of that race.
It's that the final lap crash, which a lot of people are like split on what happened, and I'd also say maybe like the new Camaro out there and how it ran.
Yeah.
In its first official race, you know, I'd say. So I think which one should we start with? Like, should we start with the lighter one, or should we just go ahead and dig into the big?
Actually, what I think we need to talk about is why everybody was running in the single file line, and nobody was really trying to go too wide on the second half of that race. Like, nothing was exciting about that. They ran in a straight line, single file.
They did, and what baffled me was, like, you're 7th or 8th in line, and yet you're willing to stay in line with, like, 3 to go or 2 to go. Do you really think that you're going to get all the way up there in that amount of time?
Exactly. They wait until half a lap to go to start moving.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of...
That's not going to get you anywhere. And it's the Clash, so why not?
Okay,
you
I will
pull
say...
out of line, you lose the draft, oh well.
I will say this. The way that those cars could get runs, though, I mean, I could understand them holding off with, like, maybe 1.5 to, 1 lap to go. But the back straightaway was not the place to start making moves here. You already know that the guy in front is, like, the new Dale Jr. of plate racing, so to speak. Keselowski's not going to give a lead up.
Keselowski...
You got to play with him. You just can't expect to make one move and suddenly pass him. He's going to block.
Yeah, it's
That
Keselowski.
is absolutely right.
That's why I'm saying, like, it's either, like, you know, for the race on Sunday, it's probably going to be Keselowski up front most of that race. Just if he can get up front, he's going to stay up front. And I think that they need to start working on how to get around him, you know. And the Clash was a perfect chance to do it, but everybody wanted to run single file around the outside of the track and everything. You know, like this ain't gonna work.
Right.
And then the guys trying to make moves, like nobody's wanting to go with them.
Yeah, which that just completely baffled me. And then when they finally were making moves, I mean, they were making moves, and I think Kurt Busch got a really big run on Jimmy Johnson. He pulled out a line, and I remember something that someone had pointed out was Jimmy, like why Jimmy didn't pull down in front of Kurt. And I mean, he could have. That could have caused some other problems, but then he got kind of side drafted. Larson got into the back of him, and I mean, every right Larson had there to try and push him, but just with I think a part of that had to do with how curved the front end of the Camaro is. It's not the best for bumping.
Well, I mean, I'm going to say this. I
got nothing wrong with what Larson did there.
Yeah, I think, okay, this is, I guess we could just tie these two into one. The Camaros, they looked awesome on the track. Like, no joke. They ran awesome. They were up front most of the race. Till Kozlowski got up there, of course. But,
yeah.
The one thing I say, they look good. They have that curved front end, which I like the way it looks. It makes it look mean. Like, it reminds you of, like, how that old Pontiac. Yeah, it reminds you how that old. It also is like the old Pontiac front end where it just sticks out further than most of the other cars out there.
That could be an advantage on the 1.5 tracks. Think about that.
Absolutely, but on the plate tracks, bumping with that is going to be brutal.
Yeah, bumping with it's going to be a little. It's going to be a little odd because the back end is flat. The front end is like it's sort of rounded. It's not like the way I look at it. It's rounded in a weird way. It's like they sculpted it. Unlike the old Chevy SS where it was just kind of like, flat round, this one's got like arcs and indents and everything, so it's a weird.
That's going to help with aerodynamics. That's how the Toyotas are getting such a big advantage. Aerodynamics.
Yeah, and I think that's probably why Chevrolet decided to put the Camaro in there, or General Motors decided to.
I almost guarantee you, if Chevy does dominate this year, like even more so than Toyota did, no one's going to complain about it.
No, nobody's going to complain about it.
It's true.
I mean,
even though people are saying, "Oh, I don't like Toyota because they're dominating," but then Chevy's going to do it, and they're like, "Yeah."
That's something that's something that, like, when I was like, back in 2012, 2013, somewhere like that, if a Toyota's up front, I couldn't stand it. But I look at it now, it's another manufacturer in the sport. You can't control it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're gonna be here unless they pull a Dodge and just like, nope, sayonara. But I don't see them doing that. They're doing so good. I don't see what's wrong with them dominating. They've done nothing in the past years, and now it's just making. And all the NASCAR fans, the old ones, are like, yeah, they suck. They ain't gonna do nothing. Mm-hmm. About the time 2016, like part of 2015, most of 2016, and all of 2017 rolls around, that's when everyone just like, ugh. I think what made people go ugh, more than what they should have was 2014. Toyota only had 2 wins in total.
Yeah, I guess so. Toyota stepped up their game.
Yeah,
people just thought it was cheating. I mean, I'm a Chevy guy, but
yeah,
I can say without doubt though that
I'm all the way Chevrolet.
But I'm defending Toyota here, and I don't think they're cheating at all.
Hey, it did rhyme. Yeah, all the way Chevrolet, baby.
Anyway, Chevrolet,
actual rapper.
So, anyways,
is it bad that I just now started looking for that spider again?
No, you need to probably check under your bed. It probably grew to the size of your whole bed and just like under there. Don't look under this. Don't look under this. Yeah,
probably grew to the size of this phone that I'm currently using.
So,
yeah, the one thing that we need to be talking about is probably the double yellow line incident.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, there's that too.
Okay, I want to get y'all's point of views. Like, I want to hear what y'all say. Was it? I'm going to ask the question: was it Kyle Busch forced him down, or did Stenhouse make the move under the line?
Kyle Busch forced him down. I think the issue was that he advanced his position, and since he didn't give his position back, he got black flagged.
Yeah, I think it was I think it was mostly.
It was borderline.
Kyle.
It was definitely borderline.
Kyle pushing him down there. I maybe Stenhouse could have lifted out of that before he wound up in that situation. But
yeah, but he was going to lose.
I would give he would lose a lot of
That's
momentum in
issue.
doing that. So I would put most of that on. I'd still put that mostly on the 18, but I mean I don't see that as being like anything too catastrophic when it's all said and done.
Yeah, I'm going to be completely honest. From the two camera angles, the one where like it was just a shot down the back straightaway, yeah, it looked like the 18 pushed him down. But just the one where they were like running with the cars, it was like, okay, that looks like the 17 did that intentionally to get around him. For me, it's I had to take a look at it, and I looked more in depth on it, and it seems like it was Stenhouse had a run. I mean, no doubt. And Kyle just couldn't jump down in front. So Kyle's thought was either I'm going to make him lose a lap by getting a black flag, or he's going to lose the draft. And I think that's why Kyle Busch did it. And of course, that in the end, I mean, kind of screwed Stenhouse over royally.
Yeah.
So, I mean, either way, that was going to work in Busch's favor, and I think that might have been why Kyle Busch did it. And I can't blame him. You know, getting rid of some competition. That's fine, but, you know.
Stenhouse is a pretty good plate racer himself.
I mean, Busch is an okay one, but Stenhouse, yeah, he's pretty good at the plates. And I think that's why Busch did it. But I think if they really wanted to get someone in trouble, they should have went after Kez. Like, that would have been the one I'd have gone with.
Yeah, once he takes the lead, good luck getting it away from him. My God, this dang thing is nowhere to be found.
So... okay, here's the thing. Here's another thing. The wreck that happened on the back straightaway. Like I know we kind of touched on it, but here's the thing. Apparently, hold on. Let me see what that says. Oh yes. We will mention that here in just a moment. Velocity, but I just want to get this one out of the way. What's your thoughts? Did Larson? Okay, here's the thing I'm gonna look at, because I've seen it on Instagram here a lot, and like I hear it from other people or whatever. Larson, on one side, people are saying what Larson did was intentional to wreck Johnson.
I don't think so.
There's like four sides to it. Here we go. Larson intentionally wrecked Johnson. Johnson intentionally spun to take everyone else out. Johnson did nothing wrong, and it's all on Larson. Or, from my perspective, it's just racing. Like, there's four different sides. It's.
I don't think Larson meant to wreck him. I mean, you don't intentionally wreck someone at a restrictor plate track. I mean, that's just common sense.
I fail to see why anyone, especially with someone the respect level of Kyle Larson, would just go ahead and intentionally wreck him, which did not happen. The theory that Jimmy intentionally spun himself out to cause a big wreck.
You don't do that.
Who comes up with that?
Like the thing
that's like saying in the big one last year at Talladega, when David Reagan bounced off the wall and came down and collected everyone. And people are saying that he intentionally turned down to cause that big wreck. No, that would be physics when a car bounces off the wall.
And what SSJ just said there is rubbing is racing.
Here. Rubbing's racing.
Like the way I'm
looking for that spider.
Like, okay, Professor Top, go back to the spider hunting.
I'm actually gonna.
He's getting out his night vision goggles now.
I'm gonna devote a few minutes to this.
Okay.
BRB.
Okay. Here's
I don't want to go to sleep with this freaking thing crawling around here.
Well, just look under your bed and move some of the junk around. I mean, you'll probably find that.
I've been moving junk.
If you find a spider's egg sac or whatever, just like get something and spray it.
I'll see what I can do.
All right. So
BRB.
Here's what I've been seeing on Instagram, like from some people, is like they'll post these rants. I mean, you know, people post rants all the time. It's no big deal. The one thing I just didn't get was Johnson, like he could have saved the car, but he decided not to save the car. I don't completely understand why anyone's mentality would be he couldn't like keep the car straight. I mean, the way the angle from the hit was, Who's going to keep a car straight when half the nose of the other car has bumped into your bumper, just half of it, and like there's this big gap? I mean, you know. And I think another part of it was Johnson probably was trying to come all the way up so it scraped like across his bumper, and then he could probably get the run or get a push, you know. But
yeah,
like it didn't work out. It really didn't work out. Who all did that collect again? Johnson, Larson, Elliott.
Who was in it? Did Bunny get a little damage?
I'm not sure.
Gosh, who else? It pretty much took out everybody.
Truex. Yeah, Truex is in it. Okay. Here's the thing that happened. While I was watching it, and that happened. You know, I watched the races down at my grandma's. My grandma is sitting there saying it was Kurt Busch who did that, and that Kurt Busch is a bad driver. And I kept telling her it's Larson. So she's bound and determined to tell me it's not until the replay comes up. And then I'm like, you just couldn't admit it was Larson because you like Larson so much, you know. It's like, you know, we got to get a grip here. You know, since Jeff Gordon retired, like, I've been looking at racing completely different, and I quite enjoy. You know, it's sad to see your favorite driver retire, but it's a good thing in another sense because you can look at different parts of the racing and just have a different perspective. You know, you're not tied down to one person. That's what I've been doing, and I think that's just. It's bad whenever you're biased with some things, and I think that's why most of these fans are doing it, you know. I mean, Larson's fan base, like, half the fan base is all awesome, and then you have the salty fan base part where you can literally just sit there and say something like so mediocre, like, haha, Larson, you know, he got loose and finished fifth because he got loose, you know, and they're gonna just like completely go, oh, but it was so and so who was 5 seconds behind that magically had this big push of air come out the grill and put him up in the wall. Just something stupid, you know, like that's Larson. That's the salty Larson fans, in my opinion.
That's like when we're playing sports in gym class. It's always someone else's fault.
It's not fault. Complete. You can be completely halfway around the track, and a salty Larson fan is going to tell you that the guy halfway around the track caused that. No, it's because things happen.
You're a salty fan of literally any driver.
Yeah, and then I'll still say my boy Larson did nothing wrong, but I don't think Johnson did anything wrong either. Yeah, Johnson didn't do anything wrong. Like, you know, everyone's going to have their different opinion. Like I said, the salty fans on either side are just going to be like completely bashing each other. But it to me, it's a racing deal.
Yeah, I'm back. No spider.
You couldn't find it?
Nope.
Oh no.
You're screwed.
No.
Yeah, I'm screwed, and I'm gonna wake up in the morning with a spider on my face.
Oh no.
Or if you snore, or if you randomly yawn in the bed, and it's like on your mouth, and you open your mouth and it falls in, you choke on it. I mean, that's gonna be even worse.
Yeah, I've been looking. I looked that whole time. There's so much room to cover in here that I mean, spiders move. I don't know where it is at this point.
Maybe it moved to another part of the house. It'll be in your
fingers crossed.
In the morning.
Fingers crossed.
Hey, Tom, what time are you planning on starting your stream? May I ask?
Hoping anywhere between 8:30 and 9. No later than 9. Okay.
That should give this enough time. I swear, I just look over and see that.
Okay, then what scares me is that's about what it looked like.
Oh God. Okay, so maybe it popped out your phone. You know, the emoji just popped out and decided to run across your bed. Man.
Yes, best SSJ, give me that shotgun.
Maybe Top is seeing things.
Probably,
mental health.
Okay.
I've been seeing things as well. Okay.
I got the question. I got this random question.
Oh Lord.
I have a random answer.
Well, I was going to say, like, you know how I said, like, prior to this, like, you know, maybe talk about the paint schemes or something on a Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we've pretty much discussed everything but this one thing Melissa brought up in the chat here.
Nope, there's something else we haven't discussed yet.
What else?
Qualifying. We haven't talked about that.
I was gonna bring up the fact, like, maybe we could squeeze in like our favorite paint scheme of this, like the top 2 paint schemes we like and dislike of the season as well. I think we could probably squeeze all this in.
We have to talk about qualifying.
Well, we can talk about it then. Gosh.
Well, for me,
but real quick,
I think it's pretty cool. Bowman got the pole.
Oh
Bowman, the Bowman, the showman, baby.
I mean, I was expecting, like, no joke, I was expecting Byron to end up with it. Like, it was like, is this 24 going to do it? And then I remembered, oh wait, Bowman's not got he's not retiring or a namesake. Never mind. And then Bowman comes across. It's like, well, that's better. I actually like Bowman winning the pole.
Yeah, buddy.
My God, his lap time though was like near the 45.9 or
46, something? 46, 10 and 2/10,000ths of a second.
That's what I'm saying. Like his lap time was so close to a 40.
No, it was 1,000. It was 46.002. That was it.
That's what I'm saying. It was so close. That's what I'm saying. It's so close to a 45.9. Like he was about to break the 45 second lap times around there without drafting. I mean, you don't normally see that, and that's amazing. He, him and I think it's pretty cool though for Hamlin to be on the pole. Not gonna lie, diversity. We have the nice looking Camaro and that nice looking Toyota sitting on the front row. And then Fords, we'll have to wait and see. Let Keselowski get in front of a duel. I mean, what duel is he going to be in? Duel number 1 or 2?
I think 1.
If he's in duel number 1, then he's going to be behind Bowman. Or if he's in duel number 2, he's going to be behind Hamlin. Either way, he's going to be right there at the front, probably.
So who do you think is going to shine in the duels?
Okay. Shining in the duels. Okay. I think Elliott is gonna shine like there's no tomorrow. And this is coming from me. But like I think he's gonna shine somewhat, just depending. But if him and Keselowski are in the same duel, it's gonna be like a battle between them two. Just what I'm saying, like. Yeah. As for like, I really don't know who's in the duels. All I know is like Keselowski, Elliott, maybe even Byron. I don't know. That'd be pretty cool though. Byron dominating something. I mean, I think Byron. This is what I'm thinking. For my picks for the 500, it's Byron and Keselowski. And the only reason I'm picking Byron is just he has a pretty fast car. And, I think he does pretty decent on the plate tracks. I'm not going to say like the greatest, but he does pretty decent on the plate tracks. So that's what I'm saying. I think Byron's going to do okay in the duels, but I think he's going to shine more in the 500. What about you guys?
I don't know.
Well,
pole qualifying's not exactly an indicator of who's going to be the best in the duels, so I don't know.
I mean, that's what I was saying. Like, I think like Elliott or Kez and Byron are going to be like some of the top ones up there in the duels. I mean, you got to slip out of here.
Yeah, we have to run in a minute. So
okay,
all right.
Do you want to talk about the graphics package and wrap this up?
Yeah, go ahead and let's go ahead and do that, I guess. And then Saturday we'll talk about the paint schemes and stuff and give our thoughts for the 500. Yeah. I think that'll work out. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. The new Fox graphic ticker, whatever you want to. It's not a ticker, but like I like it.
I like it. I just think it takes up too much of the screen. Like
I will say, I'll say
agree.
that.
I prefer the one across the top. I prefer that one. I mean, it's okay. I got used to it pretty quickly, and I was fine with it. But I prefer the one across the top.
I mean, you saw the ones that I sent you, right? The edits that I made.
Where at in the chat?
I think so. Yeah.
I haven't.
Yeah. But anyways, I basically took out that gray part and just left the actual ticker there, so less of the screen is covered. And then there's one where I made it translucent, so you can partially see through it.
I think
that's a lot less intrusive.
Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest about it. If they would just have oh god, this is I like it. I like it better than the actual thing that they have had for Fox. I don't know what Fox was thinking, this bland little ticker. But no, they add this. I think it actually is nice. But what they should do is stick it in the middle of the screen and make it really huge, so that you only have the little slivers on the side of the screen, what's beside this picture. What's beside this picture over here, where the actual ticker is. The little side right there, and then have that on the other side. And then that should, and leave it translucent, and then put more stats in there. It's really gonna help.
Fox, if you want to hire me to make your graphics, I'm on it.
Hey, who spams spiders?
Nathan.
Don't do that.
So apparently a scorpion times a spider equals an octopus. Okay. So death is imminent. Who's on the draft attack thing?
Me.
Velocity.
Oh, okay.
What?
Hey, I was just wondering because it's okay. That popped up. I didn't type it.
Anyways, but yeah, that's my take on it. Sorry, I've been a little preoccupied for obvious reasons.
Yeah. Next podcast, there's gonna be a little snake in his room.
If there's a dang snake in here, we don't get snakes. So if I see a snake, I swear to, I am gonna. There will be problems.
He's gonna see a snake during the podcast.
The next one's gonna be a bear. The next one's gonna be a bear.
How's a bear gonna get in his top? I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that's not a pillow you're laying on.
It's comfortable.
If I were you, I'd sleep outside. On the roof.
I'll sleep on the. I'll sleep on the freaking space station if it means no. It means no. I get away from the spider. Which.
How do you know there aren't
I don't know
aliens
where it
out
is
there?
right now.
I swear, Velocity, would it not be funny, during the middle of the podcast, to just hear a roll of explicits and screams? And hear...
It's and we will see you on the next show. Oh my! And then it cuts off.
Yeah, just no. It's we're in the middle of talking about something some big wreck. Yeah. You see the big one at Daytona. Where Kyle Busch and he calls that one because he pushed someone down the track again, and then you'd be like, yeah. Oh my! Oh! Whoa! Watch it! What is it? Snake! Cross my bed! Oh God!
It's a freaking snake.
Yeah, just be like, whoa, okay. Anyways, back to life.
I will completely lose it if I see a snake.
You're just gonna hear the phone get thrown out the door.
Yeah, all you're gonna hear is an "oh my," and then
probably gonna hear a window break or something. Maybe a little girl screaming. I don't know.
You mean we don't get snakes? So if I would be.
You will
soon. It would be pure shock if I see a snake. Anyways.
So, what's that second one you just sent? Hold on, what's this? What's the difference?
One's translucent, the other's solid.
Oh. I actually like that one. Kinda. The solid one.
I mean, I think it looks pretty good myself. So.
Yeah, I kind of prefer that.
I mean, the translucent one looks pretty good, but then you might not be paying attention to it. I don't know. I do like how they put the steering wheel thing down at the bottom, though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Anyways.
Oh God, I got something in my eye. That's great. My eye's gonna start twitching. Anyways. So yeah, this has been the Draft Attack Podcast Season 2, Episode 1, talking about the Clash. We should have Episode 2 on Saturday. Don't bank on it just yet.
There may not be another episode.
Yeah, we may just up and quit, you never know. But
yep, this was fake.
Okay. But we will try to have a podcast like after each cup race. And that'd be it. We talk about everything in one shot. And yeah, I think that about wraps it up there. But you may have random streams. I will say that there may be some random ones.
Podcast 2 in the morning.
Yeah, just random. This is an emergency of the Draft Attack Podcast alert system. Just like some weird stuff or whatever.
This is an emergency of the Draft Attack Podcast. TopDragster has been bitten by an unknown spider.
That's just like something we put kind of like under the rug, like, oh, where's Top been? He hasn't been active on anything. Yeah, he got bit by a spider.
Yeah, he did.
He gone.
I probably shouldn't joke about that because who knows.
I mean, as long as you don't get bit, you're okay. And if you do get bit, it shouldn't hurt.
Yeah, well, I don't think we get many spiders of that type around here.
It'll hurt a little bit, but not for it won't hurt for long.
Consult a doctor quickly.
That's such comfort. Anyways.
Yeah, so thank you all so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed this episode of the podcast. It's been a little mellow, had a little bit of fun moments. I think the whole podcast was a fun moment.
Oh my God, we should just rename this podcast Season 2, Episode 1, The Spider Attack.
I mean, okay, at the end of the year, I'm thinking about taking maybe like somebody just do something like what Elijah does with some of the funniest moments, and I think this episode's just gonna be like the funniest moment in general.
That was pretty good. I mean, we'll have plenty of others. I don't think anything is going to beat the AJ Allmendinger sponsored by Jesus. Nothing will beat that.
Oh no!
That will live on in infamy.
I thought you said it was sponsored by Jesus.
Yeah, when I said Jesus, and you thought I said Jesus.
Like,
oh my God!
It sounded similar, but all right. Hold on a second.
Well, I think it looks like I'll be able to start my thing earlier than expected. Yay! But hey, oh, by the way, Velocity, still gotta give you some serious credit there, man. That was for that tune that you made. Looks pretty dang good, man. Definitely.
Thank you.
Definitely send that my way then or something, because that was lit, man.
Will do.
Nice voice crack on my part right there.
Velocity does a lot for this channel, and he's gonna have his own segment on here one day.
He pretty much should at this rate.
Do I get a banner in the Draft Attack Hall of Fame?
Yeah, in our Hall of Fame, we're gonna take, and we're gonna have a voting, and y'all can vote vote the host in for the inaugural Draft Attack Hall of Fame. Maybe the podcast award. We'll call it the podcast award.
I mean, heck, he's already doing quite a bit for me for the TRN for the newly coming up TRN. So can't thank you enough for that, man.
Content is coming.
Content is coming, my friends.
So, anyways, we're finally gonna end this thing, because if I don't, y'all gonna hear something really weird on stream. So, anyways. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Remember, go check out Velocity 88X on his channel, TopDragster, his channel. I'm finally gonna say it. My channel, Mantron24. You can go check that out.
Go watch the PDNC season 5.
Yeah, that's gonna be a little awkward. Anyway,
it will be, but it's gonna be awesome.
There may be some things some new ideas that we're going to probably be tossing around here throughout the season. So Since this is episode 1, I just want to get that out at the end. But nothing major is going to happen. But thank you all so much for watching. And we will see you all in episode 2.
Take care, all.
Bye-bye.
The Titanic sinking.